It's a privilege to be here today to honor my friend Beth Swanson. She's been a friend, a colleague, and a powerful voice for public education and children across Chicago. It's great to look across this room and see so many valued community partners here today. Your generosity and support of Chicago's children allows us to do the kind of work we do each day to grow the next generation of thinkers, educators, entrepreneurs, and artists of this great city. And so I thank you. For 18 years, the Chicago Debate Commission has locked arms with Chicago Public Schools to introduce the art of debate to children from all corners of the city. Debate is such a powerful tool in the hands of our children, combining oratory mastery, critical thinking, problem solving, public policy analysis, civic engagement, and of course, teamwork. The CDC is one of those valued partners that helps open doors for our students by laying the foundation for success in any field they choose to pursue. Starting with just 5 schools in 1997, the Chicago Debate League is now the largest and most sophisticated urban debate league in the country, serving more than 1,400 students from 72 schools this year. More than 13,000 Chicago students have benefited from our partnership with the CDC in the past 18 years, the vast majority from low-income communities. Students in our schools today may be growing up in a world vastly different than the one you or I did, but the principles of effective debate and communication are as relevant as ever. I thank the Chicago Debate Commission for their commitment to our children and their communities, and look forward to their continued service in the years to come. Few people know that I know what embodies the spirit of Champion of Debate award, quite like today's honoree, Beth Swanson. Spend a little time in the presence of our mayor, and you understand the importance of backing your policy decisions with hard facts and evidence. And no one knows that more than Beth Swanson. Beth Swanson served as Mayor Rahm Emanuel's Deputy Chief of Staff for Education between 2011 and 2014, helping shape and refine the city's education agenda in the mayor's first term. She was also critical on his campaign in helping define his vision on education for our city. Beth was instrumental in expanding opportunities for early childhood education, for lengthening the school day, for championing quality school options for thousands of families, for launching the city's Summer of Learning program, and for working with CPS and City Colleges of Chicago to create programs that better prepare our students for the rigors of college and career. While a fierce advocate for public education, many of you know Beth is also a strong supporter of debate in CPS schools. In her time at CPS under Arnie Duncan, Beth pushed to create a middle school debate league and has led major funding initiatives to bring debate to our city's charter schools. 31 of our middle schools and 10 of our charter schools now participate in the Chicago Debate League, and largely as a result of Beth's efforts. Beth was also recently named to the Governor's P20 Council to work with statewide agencies and other institutions on education reforms across the state. Beth is one of those rare people who comfortably straddles the worlds of education, government, and philanthropic organizations. She has served our city with distinction and participated in more advisory and leadership boards than I can recall or name. As someone who walks in some of these same circles, I can tell you that's no easy task, but Beth accomplishes it with remarkable commitment and focus. Beth continues this effort in her new role as Vice President of Strategy and Programs at the Joyce Foundation, which perfectly blends her unique experience and expertise to support the work of so many. And in this month, we've celebrated a Triple Crown winner, a hat trick Stanley Cup victory today. Beth also has her own hat trick. Granted, it took her 6.5 years, and I know it's one of her crowning achievements. Maggie, Anna, and John, her children, and not only doing all these great things for our city, but doing wonderful things for her own children and her family. Thanks to Brian for supporting her in those efforts. I know it takes a family to do these things, and thank goodness Beth and Brian have built a wonderful family that shares so much of their talents in the form of their mom with all of us. Beth, on behalf of myself, my wife, Michelle, who sends her best wishes today as well, and everyone at Chicago Public Schools, I congratulate you on this tremendous honor, and I thank you for your dedication to the children of this city. Again, Beth, it's a privilege because she's not only been a colleague at Chicago Public Schools, but she's a personal friend, and I couldn't be prouder to be here today to honor my good friend. So I'd like to introduce our recipient of the Champion of Debate Award, Mrs. Beth Swanson.